Hi everyone, special hello to all the mommies and daddies who are working hard with their little ones from home. I'm Mayuri and I'm back again. Today I'm going to do another important skill-based learning, which is a very crucial, important developmental skill of sorting. Sorting goes a long way. It helps us in various things, right? From it's a pre-reading skill, it helps us with material, it helps us with a whole load of things. So I'll cut to the chase and tell you what are the things that you can do to do sorting as an activity with things around the house. So I'll quickly show you a few and show how to sort. Very important thing that you need to keep in mind while doing sorting is that you need to create categories while you're getting your child to sort. So your instructions have to be super clear. You need to be very clear about the categories, and as the activity proceeds, you can improvise and you can add a category based on your child's feedback and things like that. So since all mummies are working really hard at home, cooking, cleaning, doing all the housework, I'm sure even the dads are helping out. I'll start with something that is found in most of our refrigerators, sometimes frozen, sometimes in the refrigerator itself. A very simple thing, just some corn and some peas. Okay, so I have put it in two separate bowls, and mind you, I have used glass bowls purely so that you can see what I'm doing. But obviously you will not be using that while you're giving it to your child to do the activity. What you do is you take a larger bowl, you mix the corn and the peas in the larger bowl, and then you have your children, your kids, sort out the corn and the peas. Now with corn and peas, the color is stark, very different, two different colors. You've got a yellow and a green, and this another thing is the texture, the shape of the corn and the peas is also extremely different, and you can get them to just sort it out. Sorting, especially things like this, also helps your pincer movement, which is very crucial. It's a pre-writing movement that's essential for almost everything, right? From the pens they hold, the pencils, the crayons, the paint brushes, everything that they hold. So this is one thing that you can do with something that's in your kitchen. You all can improvise, you can use different kinds of vegetables. So if you have lady's finger, or if you have beans, whatever vegetables that you have which you think are clean enough, safe enough for your babies to sort out, you can give it to them. Another thing that you can give for sorting, which again is based, now you know your child best and you know whether they're capable of ingesting it and trying to push it into their nostrils or into their mouth. So I leave that decision to you. The safety part is something that you need to take care of. You can take the mixed pulses, or you can even take, so this has a mix of green chana, the black chana, the small rajma, the moong, the soya bean and things like that. So they're very fine, they're very small, so which requires a lot more focus from your child. Else you can just take the chole chana, or what you call as kabuli chana, and the bigger rajmas. So this I'm not going to show you now, but I will just be lining up things that you can use for sorting. Most of us have had birthdays in the past, so straws, birthday hats and other birthday favors will be lying around the house. I happen to have two sets of straws since my daughter's birthday just got over, and these were unused and lying there, and they were two completely different patterns. So while one is stripes, the other one has polka dots in it. So here again, this is a very basic, very simple. You can, if you have plain straws and if you have a little time on hand, either you have it or you can have your child do it. You can take a plain straw, you can take a marker or a paint and color them also and keep it for this particular activity. And you just basically get them to sort it. So take out all the polka dotted ones separately, take out all the ones with the lines separately. So that's another activity of sorting things lying around. The same can be applied to pencils, to pens if you have multiples of those. For all those dads who are working very hard from home and have a plethora of visiting cards, you can do the same there. Especially if your visiting cards has bold, maybe colors are different, and things like that. You can give them a whole bunch and have them sort it out. If you have Uno cards, unfortunately I don't. But if you have Uno cards, you can do it with numbers, you can do it with colors. Uno is fantastic with colors, or even your playing cards can be used for this. Another thing in sorting is your cutlery. Now cutlery is very, very exciting for most children. I think most of them keep their toys aside and they like sitting in the kitchen using cutlery to make noise, but we need to try and see how to channelize the use of cutlery in a more constructive way for your kids. So you basically mix up all the three, the knives, the spoons and the forks, and your one is that you can have them separate out all the forks. So one bundle, if you have the luxury, you can give them separate baskets for three of them, or maybe just allot separate space on your table or on the mat. I would suggest that any of these sorting activity is done comfortably when your baby is comfortably seated on a dining table. Unless your child can reach the dining table very comfortably, I would say just sit on the floor. You can put a mat if you'd like to, but avoid anything high, because anything that falls, the chance of them getting hurt is a lot more. So cutlery, like I said, you sort out the spoons, you sort out the forks, you sort out the knives. You make piles of those. What you can also do is with spoons, very often we have different sizes of the spoons. So right from the large to like the medium, the medium, and then a little smaller one, and then probably a little smaller one as well. So even that can happen. You can ask them. So first you can sort it out, and then you can have them make groups of a big spoon, a medium-sized spoon, and a smaller spoon. So that's with the cutlery. The same can be done with crockery. Of course, steel or plastic would be recommended. You can try and look for bowls that are in different sizes. You can have them stacked one on top of the other. You can make them make groups, and same goes for plates. Another thing is, I don't happen to have a lot of these, but I know a lot of children love these little clips, the food clips. They really love playing. Also, I think they also love it purely because it's got this open and shut thing and the click sound. So make use of it. If you've got a lot to spare, then you can make groups of that in terms of the sizes. Here itself I have 3 different sizes, but my daughter loves playing with it. So she's strewn it all over the house. I looked, and this is all that I managed to find. Alternatively, another excellent sorting activity where you can use for colors, also for your fine motor skills, are your clothes pegs. I just did a wash, so they are all outside right now. So you can use the clothes pegs. You can just put it on a basket or a bowl like this, keep them over here, and have them make groups of red color, green color, pink color, yellow color, whatever colors that you have, to make it a little more exciting. And if you have a little spare time, you can give the bottom of your t-shirts. Dads and moms, they love doing this. So bottom of your t-shirts or your kurtas, to just peg them on that. It's very exciting because it's almost like a costume for your children. So it's sorting and a lot of fun. I now move on to something which I'm guessing most of you will have. I just pulled out one set of things from the toys. We all have blocks. I have pipes. So these pipes are of varied colors, and what you can do here is color sorting can happen, but you can also choose the different shapes. So in my stack of pipes, I have basically these 3 main shapes and a circle, 3 or 4 main shapes, yeah. And what you can do, so you can sort it out by the shape, how it is, or purely based on the color. And last but not the least, if you're a family that loves reading books and your child has a lot of books, you can sort out books also for the shapes of the book. So from the biggest to the smallest, and then stack up all the ones that are exactly the same shape. You'll find a lot of them with children's books which are very, the shapes are pretty much standardized. So you can use that as well. And if you have other things around the house like paint brushes, if we have moms and dads who are artists, You can use, I must have mentioned, pens. If you think your children are careful, if you have buttons, if moms have nail paints, if somebody is fond of painting their nails, or lipsticks, you have the same, looking ones, or the color is very evident in that. That can also be used as a sorting activity. And then of course, clothes. So when we pull out all our clothes from drying, and when you are busy folding out everything and keeping it aside, just maybe spend about 5 minutes to mess up, call your child in, and have them sort out all the clothes based on the colors, probably sizes. So all mommy's clothes separately, all of daddy's clothes separately, all of the baby's clothes separately. And yeah, so you can think of more exciting new ideas around the house which you can use for sorting. Do let us know if you find something really innovative and something that your child really enjoys. Thank you. Bye-bye.